Hello everyone, this is Sergeant Diddy and we're back again on Project Ozone Lite. This is episode 18. A couple of things I did in between episodes is this is the light blue, quite clear glass, and as you can tell by looking straight through it, it is absolutely not different whatsoever from normal quite clear glass. When looking through it, the only thing I can see that's different is this border. So I'm gonna nix this. Oops. And did I break a torch? No. Okay, so we should be good there again. Couple of things I want to do today. If you look at the quests, well, for one, Awakened Draconian Block gives you 480 times, right? And right now we're getting 20 times. We did happen to get an Awakened Draconian Block from a loot chest. So, let's get out of the water. Oh, this is annoying. Let's see if we can break that. Drop that down there. Now we're at 480. It's making a block of cobble like instantly, basically, or block of obsidian. If we look at this again and go to, I believe it's in here. Yeah, in here. So we're looking at Dark Souls jet plate. So if we wanted to get to the Dark Solarium jet plate, the max tier jet plate, or if we wanted to go with something like an angel ring, if you look at the angel ring, you need a bat in a golden lasso. And you need the ring of the flying squid, whatever the hell that is. But, you know, that's going to be something that comes from either one. You got to go below 40, I think. It might be level 60. I usually just go down to like Y level 41. I know these are like at 60 or 64 for the squids also. But, I mean, it's not a quest. So why would we do it? Good point. So the jet plate. The jet plate here is a quest, and inside these you require the flight control unit, and the flight control unit requires a bat in a soul vial. So either way, if we want RF free but uses the, what do they call it, the angel ring uses grid power GP, and the jet plate uses RF. So I mean, either way we have to make some power, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, either way we're going to have to use power, and either way we're going to have a bat. So what we need to do is see if we still have some. We might somewhere have some stone. I like to build these things out of stone slabs, just because, well, just because I don't like wasting resources on building something as minute as a freaking bat spawning room. Is there stone? Slab. One. Alright, we got one. Oh yeah. Another thing we're gonna need is another angel thing to build this thing down at level 40 or 41. We need an angel block. And what an angel block does is it allows you to, you know, if you take glass and you want to put it right there, it's not placing it right there. Angel block, blow, it's right there. You can place that wherever the hell you would like. On the top of the world, the bottom of the world, in the middle of the air, you can place it freaking right here on top of that dirt. You can put it wherever the hell you want. So with flight and with the angel block, we can come over here, grab a whole bunch of freaking stone. I usually count those out into sections of 3, or, you know, groups of 3. What am I doing? Because that makes it, because I only take 3, it makes it easier to fit. And I probably don't need to bring that oil cow with us. I do still want to get a, there's stack of stone right here. I still want to get the rancher going for this crude oil cow, and I'd kind of, well, let's see if we can get this done real quick first. I don't want to make big plans and then not be able to get to it again. So let's work on this first, because I'd really like to get a better jet plate. And we're going to need torches to make, well, not necessarily to make it work, but we're going to need torches to keep things from spawning on top of the thing. Well, I guess, no, we won't, because that'd be stupid. But let's mosey on over here. And actually, while we're here, let's see if we can build a, what do they call those things? Elevator. Well, let's see if I can. Let's, what is this? Oh, cable side elevator. Let's see, can we make another elevator? Yeah, we can. Well, we don't need that freaking elorium on us. Let's take this. We don't need this dirt on us. We probably don't need cables. We don't need solarium. I made that. I can't even remember why I made that. We don't need this. We don't need this. And we probably don't need the cow, but I don't want to forget where it is. So let's leave the cow there. I don't know what the hell is going on with my computer, because everything seems a little janky. Everything looks okay, but everything still seems a little janky. So where are we? I don't know. And the mini map still isn't freaking working. So we're looking at 867, 245. I have a pen right here. Pencil, actually. 867, 245. So I'll probably get rid of that, come down here, and I don't know what level we're at. 46. I usually like to be able to see on the mini map where we're at. We can place that though, and we can place that on top of it, and we should be able to, you know what, I didn't even make sure that we're at the right spot. I think we're, you know what, I'm really tired of this darkness. 245. So right there. And that should bump us up. Yes. Okay. So let's drop this back down. I did not do. I could have swore I did all four. Okay, well that's an okay thing for some other day. So down here, we really, let me put that there. We don't need the angel block anymore, because now we can build off of everything else. Oh, I should have brought a freaking, I can run back up there in a minute. Let's see. I don't want stuff spawning down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. And I'm gonna run back upstairs real, get rid of F3. Run back upstairs real quick and grab a wand. I'm pretty sure I have a wand in here. No? Okay, well, whatever. We'll just make one. What is this? I'm pretty sure we don't have a ender pearl. Yep. Or nether star. Sometimes in these loot chests you do get freaking it says it's a stack of nether stars, but it is when you have it in your inventory it shows that it's a fake stack. They're fake. So watch out for those. I don't. It still says they have an EMC value, but I wouldn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want. I can't tell where the edge is, so I'm gonna creep. Okay. And if I remember right, you want this. It can't be half a block. I think it's a block and a half high internal. We're gonna want one there, and we'll do another one on the other side. I really can't tell where the edge is, so I think for right now I'm gonna go like that. Okay, now I can see the whole thing. Alright, so basically, man, I can't remember exactly how to do this. Can't remember if it's a block or half a block. It's got to be block and a half. Yeah, let's try that out to begin with and see if that works. If we get spiders inside, then I built it wrong, because it should be built in such a way that you don't get spiders. So we can use the wand. Yeah, that's a thing. How come I can't grab that, but I can grab that? Well, this will work too. We can just bring this all the way around. Because I could have sworn that I could stand up inside there. Or not necessarily stand up inside there, but... why? Oh, I know what that's doing. No. Like, I should be able to stand up in an entryway. And see the, see the bats, but not be able to fit all the way inside. Which might sound a little weird, but you'll see. And then we need to... Man, it is hard to see. Is there... Okay, so we can put torches on top of that, so I can see. Oops. Oops. Again. Oops. Let's drop some torch right there. Come back over here. I don't think we need a walkway back here, so we'll just go like that. Go like that. Can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember if it's a block or half a block. So if I build this wrong to begin with, it's not a big deal. And we'll fill this in, and it's not going to let us do it with the wand, so... Yeah. And I hate the fact that you have to do this just for one freaking thing. We need 2 bats and a soul vial. And if we want to build an angel ring, which a lot of people like the angel ring better, because you don't have to constantly fill it. You just have to get grid power, which is basically free once you build the... Okay, so that's a block and a half. Maybe we needed a block high, because technically this ground has to come up another level, because, you know, F7. Yeah, it needs to come up another level so stuff will spawn. I don't know exactly why bats need... I guess bats need the spawnable space just like everything else needs the spawnable space, and that's not going to work. So I guess we have to do it this way. Oops. And I think we're about to run out. About there. Okay. I want to make an exit. Oh, hi. How are you? Okay, so we got to step up. That's a block high. I think we might be able to make bats in a half a block, but I don't really want to push the subject, I guess, is one way to put it. That'll work for some reason, but it wouldn't work downstairs or below. Let's just place these across, and is this a block or half a block? I really can't remember. There's one way to find out. And the only reason why I'm placing this last block here is because now we can go like this. And looks like right there. Yeah. So we've got a torch there. Let's put a torch in this corner too, just because nothing will spawn on top. And if I remember right, this has got to go up one higher. But we'll travel upstairs, hang out for a minute, and cruise back down there. And if they're not working, then I can always take a cut. Be right back. Okay. So we're waiting on that, waiting to see if those things spawn or not. We can look at a rancher. And the rancher, we're obviously going to need some of these. And we can probably put all those slabs back together, but I'm not worried about that right now. Do we have the stuff to build that? No. That stuff is over here in this chest. One of these two chests. I should have bars. Yes. Okay. And we're going to need... well, let's just make this real quick. So we have that. We have these. I don't know if we have the fluid conduit. I can't remember what you need for that. Oh, just quite clear glass. We happen to have a little bit of that. What is this? Fused quartz. Quartz glass. Oh yeah, that's right. I put that back in the thing over here. I guess we could have just used the blue ones. We got the conduit binder down here. Yeah, I'm in going to school for mechanical engineering, and just this one dude in school, he I think he said he's 21 or 22. You know, I'm older than him, so he's a kid to me, but SLI, and we need 2 of these. We'll just grab that many because you can't freaking scroll wheel out of there. Ahead. Yeah, so this kid, ever since I've known him, he's had a high and tight haircut. He's had clean shaven, all that stuff. And this term we show up to class, and this dude's freaking scruffy beard, scruffy hair, and I'm like, holy crap, dude. you actually look like you might actually be older than 17 years old. And he's like, yeah, I'm 22. I'm like, yeah, you really needed to grow some hair and get, grow a beard or something a long time ago. But, you know, like a lot of the people in my classes, they've already got freaking jobs in engineering firms and stuff like that. And that's something that I haven't really even freaking looked into, to tell you the truth. But, I mean, stuff happens. What do we got here? We got a rancher. Rancher is what we were looking for. Rancher is awesome. Um, okay, on that note, let me run downstairs real quick and see if there's any bats in there. If there's not any bats in there, okay, cool. We got bats in there. Actually, on that note, I should have brought um, the soul vials, because now we can go pick up some bats, and truthfully, we could destroy that whole thing right now. Ooh. And now that we have soul vials on us, we can come down here and pick up these freaking cows. What do we got here? Sewage, dude. I love freaking sewage. You can drink that stuff for dinner. Molten cobalt, that's nice. And I'm going to take those and I'm going to stick them, fluid cow, crude oil, cobalt, sewage. Okay, we don't need those right now. Let's run downstairs and get some bats. And the way you got to do this is kind of... There is bats in there. There's spiders in there. I guess I don't really care. Maybe it was half a block. I think it's half a block. Or you put the spaces in there every other to Oh, well, hi. Did I get one? No. Hey, little buddy. Did I get one? No. I'm spamming the hell out of this button. Here, a-hole. I probably killed one of the bats. Ah, schnit. Schnit. Yeah, that's a real word. Got one. Where'd that other one go? I think I got two. Two. Okay. I think he's stuck. There's other stuff you need bat wings for. But for right now, this thing can just be here. And when we need the actual bat wings, because there is stuff we need the actual bat wings for. Not just the bats in a soul vial, but the wings. And we could actually now make a powered spawner that has freaking bats in it. But, I mean, this thing's already here. And, yeah. So, where do we want to put power generation? Let's come down here. Over here. Here. First, let's make a precision sledgehammer or whatever they're called. It's the Minecraft Reload or Mine Factory Reloaded freaking tool and hammer. And there's a whole lot of them. Hammer, iron hammer. this hammer? Plastic. There should be plastic in there. Yes, there is. So this stuff, we don't need to carry these bats around. We don't need these things. Yeah, killing 2 bats, you get freaking almost a stack of freaking spider eyes and string. It's kind of nice. So you got this rancher thing, right? And you want to place it, say, right there, but facing the other direction. So let's turn it around. You want to place it right here. Place it here, and you don't know what the range is, right? You're like, God damn, what's the range? Well, you hold the hammer in your hand, and whatever my factory loaded blocks are around will show their freaking range, which is totally cool, right? Oh, yeah. So, right there, right there. I'm just marking off where it is. I know it's 5 by 5, but the easiest way for me to do it is to just go like that. That way I don't have to count and then, maybe make a mistake and, deal with that kind of bullcrap. You can use these things and get it perfect. You know what I mean? And then you can, it doesn't have to go all the way to the top, and it doesn't actually have to be as big as the range, but if you're going to put a lot of cows in here, or whatever your machine you're using from Mine Factory Loaded, you really want, so that's 1, what am I doing, 2, I just want it too high. That way the cows stay inside, they can't jump out, they're not going for a walk, they're always getting milked. That kind of BS. One thing that the only other time really that I've used Mine Factory Reloaded was in Project Ozone 2, and I'll show you here in a minute, but let's throw this cow in and I can show you right now. It doesn't tell you, it tells you it's crude oil, but it doesn't tell you the cooldown, right? So, what is this? I think this is 1 probe. 1 probe. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is Wayla. But whatever. We'll try probe. No, it is 1 probe. Wayla would actually show you what the cooldown is before the next time for milking. But I know when you take it out of the bottle, it's like 4,000 ticks, so like 10 minutes. But after that, it's like 300 or 400 ticks. So filling up a drum with freaking Knucklehead's juices doesn't really take a whole awful long time, especially when you're running this on a server. It takes no time at all. What time are we at? 28 minutes. Let me basically do what we did last time. I'm going to, let me make a drum. We'll just make, let me see what kind of drums we got here. We don't really have the stuff to make this one, the demonically gargantuan drum, because that takes demon steel or demon ingot, and we haven't made demon ingot, and it takes a Klein flask or Klein bottle or whatever that is. I guess we could do that. For right now, though, I think we're going to go with this reinforced drum, which takes a cauldron, 2 of these, and iron. So we take this, and then we got to make these weighted gold pressure plates, 2 of such, and then wrap that in diamonds. And now we've got a freaking reinforced drum. The reinforced drums are really nice because they hold a whole lot more. So we also need an ender. Do I have those in there? No. I still have some of those endered fluid conduits. It's just I don't remember where the hell I put them. I made 8 of them and I only used like 4 or 5 of them. Item conduits. You know what? We just made normal fluid conduits. We could use those just to... Oh, there you go. Enter fluid conduits. And we need... power. Some power. And we need some actual power. So I'm just going to do like I did before. We'll wire this up permanent once we get a permanent power supply that we're actually going to be using this cow for. And yeah, so that's how that's going to work for today. Is we're just going to temp set this up, and I'll get some stuff working on the flip side. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Okay, so we'll do it this way. That worked. And then now we can stick the drum right here. We're on fluid, extract. I like setting those to extract and insert respectively because makes the network calculations that Minecraft has to do, it makes it quicker. Ooh, is there already stuff in there? Oh, nice. We've already got 1,000, or we've already got a millibucket of the crude oil. And if you come over here and you watch this thing, once this hits down, it should get another bucket. Maybe. I don't... It's hard to tell how often the cow is going to be ready. If it's every time or if it's every other time, because it doesn't tell you in the tooltip like it did in past versions. Like we didn't get one there either. So, but if we had more cows, it'd be better if we had more cows, because then it would be, you know, milking, juicing, sucking, whatever, one cow every cycle. Not one that cycle either. And I think, well, I think part of what was going on in Project Ozone 2 is I think the rancher itself had a this idle time 400 ticks. I think that made the cows match that, and I don't think that's happening in this one. I think it stays at its 10-minute cooldown time, or 3 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever it is. Or maybe I'm crazy. We'll come back in a couple of minutes. Actually, we're over anyway. So what I want to get done for next time, let's look at that now. So I want dynamo. How do you spell Oh, there they are. Steam, no. Compression. Compression dynamo uses with... Oh, we can use biofuel in there. We got 2 biofuel cows. It doesn't put out as much power, and I don't know. What do we have? We have crude oil. Makes 400,000 RF total. That's not per tick. That is total. I don't remember where. That's biofuel at 700,000. This is 400,000. We could make liquefied coal. What's the other stuff? Naphtha makes 1 million something RF, and tree refined fuel makes 2 million. Yeah, so I believe... Okay, refined fuel. Well, what is this thing? Coolant. That's right. We need to put coolant in here too. So we need to get water down here, which shouldn't be an issue because we should be able to make... Well, I know we can make a... we might even have a gelid cryothium freaking cow. I'm pretty sure we do, which gives us 50% more power, I believe, out of the coolant. But refined fuel. Let's get to this first. Recipe, naphtha in a fractioning still. Gives you that. And it gives you some sulfur. Well, how do you get the naphtha? Crude oil or liquefied coal in the fractioning still. Crude oil we got covered, and we could make this if we didn't have the cow. And it uses 5,000 RF to make. Oh, wow, that's not that much. But I mean, once you run it through this and then you run it through the other one, then it's the generator itself is using very minimal amounts of power. So it's not really that big of a deal. And we got 2,000 or 2 buckets worth. Let's see if it's sucking every time now. No. Okay. Well, that's fine. It's like every 5 minutes or something like that. I can't remember exactly. And if I felt like it, I could sit there and I could watch it and find out for sure. And if we had, do we have more of those fluid cables? Yeah. Let's go over here and see if I got a gel cryolithium real quick. And if we do, we'll throw that in there because we're going to need it for coolant. It's a much better coolant than the water. The water gives you like 16.5. And with this, we get 50%. And I'm pretty sure I have one in here. Biofuels right there. Cobalt, clay, obsidian, gold, witch water, blue slime, liquefied coal. Oh, I thought we had... Maybe that's the only one we have. Well, we can run water until we get another chicken. I did find, if we go out this way a little bit, we actually find an ocean, which is nice, but I think it's further than the 128 blocks away. So we'd have to get cows. Because the only, out over an ocean, the only animals that spawn are the fluid cows. You don't get normal cows, you don't get any chickens, you don't get any rabbits, you don't get any of that other freaking, passive mob spawns, just the fluid cows. So way out there, if you're far enough away from over here, the only thing that'll be spawning will be the fluid cows, and you'll be far enough out of range that nothing will spawn on this platform, my little pig platform there, and we'll just, I could AFK out there for a little while and freaking, when I'm off camera, and freaking get the cows I need. Like, that's the way I like to do it. Usually I'm close enough, and I haven't floated around. I'm not doing that now. It's time for me to be done. Okay, so now we have a good plan. We've got power set up. We've got the freaking, what was I thinking? We got power set up. We got a freaking thing down below so we can get freaking bats down in there. And what else? We got the cow set up. We know what we need to do. Oh, crap. I totally forgot about that. Whoops. We need to light this up so we don't get creepers and stuff spawning in here. I could really care less about the Endermen because they won't bother you unless you look at them. That stupid cow. Yeah, something weird goes on with these cows because, like, if they're in here... Yeah, stupid. If they're in there, you can't breed them. I don't get it, but if you take them out of there in, like, soul vials and I, like, placed them down out here, then I could breed them all day long. But as long as they're in there in front of that thing, that they're not breedable. Which is kind of strange, but, I mean, that's the way stuff goes, I guess. Maybe it's 110.2 thing with those two mods don't 100% jive like they're supposed. Where'd the cow go? He better still be in there. Too far again. I'm sure he's in there, but he's in a, he moved corners. Yeah, which is fine with me because now I can go like that. That's still crude oil, right? Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, well, enough rambling, guys. I'm gonna go back upstairs and kill it. All right. So next time we have a plan, and Yeah, so that's about that. And this is Sergeant Diddy signing off. Y'all have a wonderful day. Later.